Fellow Biafrans, I greet you this moment and I welcome you to Biafra Universal Television. And I'm using this opportunity to greet my viewers and my listeners all over the world. Please, I have something very vital to discuss with you because what an elderly person sits down to see, a child who climbed an Iroko tree cannot be able to see what the old man saw. So, in this discussion, this moment, I want you to make your comment and make it constructively. Who is right and who is wrong? Now, you know that Wole Soyinka is one of the most respected elderly man in Nigeria. And people respect him because he's an intelligent man. People respect him for his integrity. He have a sincere heart and he says the truth. Many people senior him by age, but nobody recognizes them. Reason, because they don't have the truth. And don't forget that old age is associated with wisdom. Wole Soyinka is a professional. When you talk of legality, he can teach you legality. This is somebody who is standing out among the standard when you are talking of legal practitioners, I would say in the whole world. Remember, in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Wole Soyinka said it early that Nigeria government have violated an international treaty which they are signatory to. So that Nigeria government have no right of whatsoever to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He put it straight that what Nigeria government did was to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It was a kidnapping issue. So which means it's a criminal offense. I'm coming. Don't go too far. So, in this case, if somebody like Wole Soyinka have said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by Nigeria government and by the government of Buhari and the Tinubu, so what do you have to say? Because if Tinubu have no hand in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap, immediately he entered Aso Rock, he will release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So to say, what Buhari did was evil and he doesn't have a hand in it. And he doesn't want to be a partaker of Buhari's dastard act. How can you lock up an innocent man who didn't commit any offense? Today, I want to remind you that the speeches of Wole Soyinka is live and direct, is breathing, is working. When you look on the screen here, you will see that a developed country or world power, that is United Nations, gave order to Buhari to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. and gave them 6 months, Nigeria government, to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him for infringing his human right. Now, when we look into the statement or speeches of Wale Soyinka, you will hear or you will see what he is saying and what he has said. Nigeria is running a lawlessness country. And here it comes. Wale Soyinka made it clear that it is not a wrong idea to fight for Biafra freedom. That is self-determination. And self-determination is constitutional everywhere in the world. Then why should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu own be different? He was asking the Nigeria government why should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be kept in the DSS custody, if not act of wickedness. Then why was Africans fought for independence, for them to be free? Are you getting it now? So, and that is self-determination. So, if self-determination is not real and is not constitutional, Africans wouldn't have fought for it. United States or America, they fought for their independence from United Kingdom, and they got it. So now, why should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be kept in the DSS custody? And nobody cares, and everybody remaining mute. So that self-determination now come to the point that Nigeria started fighting for self-determination, that they want to be a country. Wale Soyinka was asking Nigeria government, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have committed an offense, no matter whatever is the name of the offense, you suppose to bring him out and let him face the judiciary and finish his matter. If he's to go to prison, fine. If he is not going to prison, then you release him because he did not commit any offense. And because of the stooginess of Nigeria government, and this was why they kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody. Didn't Nigeria fight for independence? Nigeria fought for independence. And they got it, 1960. And they were happy that they got it. So if another person decided from his own side to fight for his own independence, so what offense has he or she committed? There are people that when they are talking, you have to listen. Because every part of their word, even the speech is wisdom. Now, they bundle Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and keep him in the DSS custody. Did they think that it will solve their problems? And he went ahead to let Nigeria government, so-called Tinubu and his cohorts, to know that Biafra is an idea that cannot be stopped, that nobody can stop Biafra. Let me pause here. and ask Biafrans question. Biafra freedom fighters, Biafra soldiers, Biafra Liberation Army, and etc. What did you think now that can stop Biafra nation from coming to reality? Wale Soyinka is not speaking because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is his junior brother or he is his son. While Wale Soyinka is a Yoruba man, if I'm not mistaken. But this is what I'm telling you from the beginning, that Wale Soyinka is full of truth, and he always stands for truth. And he said the things the way they are supposed to be. It does not really mean how anybody will feel. He let Nigeria government know that nobody can stop Biafra nation. That Biafra is an idea. That the time have come. That Buhari messed up the whole thing, thinking that messing up the whole thing and keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu after kidnapping him in the DSS custody, that will stop Biafra agitation or Biafra movement. That thing he told him that time and advised him. Even Buhari attempted to arrest Wale Soyinka, and the Yoruba people rise up and told him, if you try it, Nigeria will finish. You see, Nigerians are so corrupt to the point that no one among the politicians that says the truth, when they see the truth, they turn blind eyes and deaf ear. Because if truth should be spoken, the millions and billions of naira they will get will not enter their hands. So it does not really matter who dies as the result of their actions. And that is what they are demonstrating now. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can die. It does not really mean. But Wale Soyinka is trying to let them know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not die. But whether he is dead or he is alive, that Biafra must come to reality. Then Biafrans, if somebody who is not your tribe, neither does he speak your language, is now voicing out this way that your son or your brother, your father, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is being maltreated this way. And many of you from Igbo land join hands together to do this evil and share the money, thinking that by now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is dead, so that you can eat the money and go free. Haven't you finished the money? So if Wale Soyinka can say this, so what did you say as an Igbo man? What did you say as a Biafran? Wale Soyinka went ahead to remind Nigeria government that Ojukwu Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, that is General Ojukwu, that he didn't make any mistake at all. Ojukwu did not make any mistake in every of his movement during Biafra Nigeria Civil War, that he didn't see any mistake from him. Because if Nigeria have stand on their agreement in Abori, Ghana, that what happened wouldn't have happened. That Nigeria disappointed and destroyed the agreement that they had with the Biafrans in Abori, Ghana. So, since then, Nigeria have not been itself. Wale Soyinka made it clear that Nigeria after Civil War supposed not to be brought together and said they are one anymore. Are you listening? So, what do you think now that should be done? Well, Soyinka make it clear to Nigeria government that you cannot defeat Biafrans. The possibility of you defeating Biafrans is not there. Whether with a weapon or ground soldier or legality. That's when I say legality, I'm talking about judiciary, law. You cannot defeat Biafrans in any way. Because why? The world power have already declared Biafrans free. They are not being proscribed as a terrorist group. Rather, they were exonerated or vindicated from terrorism. Indigenous people of Biafra are a peaceful organization seeking for self-determination, which is not a crime. So, if Nigeria were to have hindered their independence today, where will they be and what will they be doing? Then why is it so that another person cannot have his own independence? So, automatically, some people who are blaming Ojukwu, Dimodme Ojukwu, they made a great mistake. And they are making a mistake. And if you have listened to me before now, I have told you that Dimodme Ojukwu did what he was supposed to do. And this is what Wole Soyinka is saying here, that Dimodme Ojukwu was fighting for his right. So you cannot tell somebody to not fight for what belongs to him. And that is why he said Ojukwu have no blame. Nobody should blame Ojukwu, and he himself is not blaming General Ojukwu. Because why? He is fighting for his people. And without him getting up to fight for his people, what happened will be too small for what could have happened. You may think that this is just fables. Go and find out whether Wole Soyinka said, leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone. He didn't commit any offense. By Buhari, Tinubu came in and take the footstep of Buhari and become worse than Buhari. This tells you that Nigeria is not running government. Nigeria is not running democracy. Autocracy, bureaucracy, and whatever you may call it is far better than what is happening in Nigeria. Now, Wole Soyinka asked Nigeria government, have you now stopped Biafra agitation? Since you doubt what he said, have you stopped it? Rather, you are increasing the speed for Biafrans to go their way, because you cannot stop it. Something that happened 50 years ago. After 50 years, somebody got up and said he needed that thing that his father fought for. and he's ready to die for it. Now you lock to him in the DSS dungeon. So you lock to him. After you have locked to him, another person got up immediately and represent him. And that one become tougher than any of them. That when you look at the Biafra kingdom or Biafra nation to be declared officially today, you can see that nothing is holding it and nothing is hindering it. Because the person in charge of the same fight today have done more than what Ojukwu did and have done more than what Owazurike did. He has done more than Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that was in the DSS custody did. And that is Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa have taken the Biafra freedom fighting or Biafra freedom restoration, Biafra restoration fight to a higher level that none of them were able to go. And today, to make things worse, to the whole world, mostly world powers, are supporting Biafrans, whether you like it or you don't like it. Because for United Nations, which is the world power, to have given order from the beginning to let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go. So which means Biafra is settled because Biafra nation is in the United Nations Charter. So you cannot remove it, that Biafra is a nation. So that thing, that after 50 years, it resurrected and started all over again and become tougher than ever before. You cannot stop it. That the way he look at the whole thing happening now, the truth of the matter is that Nigeria does not have government, no president, no army, no police, no security forces. So everybody is just walking. Anywhere, any day you meet death, you die. As the result of what Buhari orchestrated. Buhari was the one who finally destroyed Nigeria, where he was dragging land for Fulanis, his brothers, his uncles and cousins, to settle them in the land that does not belong to him and does not belong to his father. Now, where is Buhari and what face does he have to say anything? And Tinubu too did not do what he was supposed to do. So the agitation for Biafra freedom cannot be stopped, and Biafra restoration cannot be stopped. He made it clear that the highest thing is that some people will die in the process. Still, Biafra will definitely be declared a sovereign nation. Because the people who are fighting for Biafra nation now are not the kind of people who fought for it many years ago. And that is what have been in the mind of Nigeria government, that it was the same set of people with the same set of mind that fought for Biafra freedom or Biafra independence 50 years ago. That is still the same people that are fighting for it today. And that is where they got it all wrong, because many of them that fought for Biafra freedom 50 years ago or so Some of them are no more alive. Just like Dimodumegwojukwu is no more. But today, the whole world and the whole Nigeria can see that there are people who are very strong, stronger than Dimodumegwojukwu. And there are people who have money that are ready to make it happen today, tomorrow. So if you come to a military, you cannot defeat Biafrans. You talk of money, you can't defeat Biafrans again. You cannot. It is not possible. So the best thing is what? Allow Biafrans to go. Allow Biafrans to go. And let Nigeria be on their own. Divide Nigeria into three. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu go with his people. Let Oduduwa go. And let Arewa go their own. If they want to rename Nigeria to a different name, they are free. But to keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that keeping him perpetually, that is when I say perpetually, without end, that will make Biafrans to change their mind to say they are no more interested for Biafra nation. That it is not true. That as you have been keeping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody, can't you see that the condition of Nigeria has become worse than ever before? Very worst. To the extent now that every part of Nigeria is clamoring to go. Every part of Nigeria want to leave. Nobody want to be a Nigerian. So Nigeria have become a dejected and a rejected dustbin because there is no justice. Before I wrap up my message this moment, I want to let somebody know who is listening to me. You are in your house and you feel like what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for, that he deserved to be punished, or he deserved death, or he deserved what he's going through. I want to say that you are not reasoning well. Because why? Without freedom, that Nigeria have independence, so where will you be today? And what will you be doing there? You will be a slave under other countries. Call it under United Kingdom. It's whatever they tell you to do, you do. And when they want to kill any group of people in Nigeria, they'll come and pack them and go and kill. Freedom, independence, or independent, all right, self-determination is what has given Nigeria upper hand over any nation to just barge in and do whatever they like. So I'm informing you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a good fight. And what he's fighting for is what belongs to him. Just like call him our grandfather, call him our father, Wole Soyinka, have spoken that Ojukwu, Dimodumegwojukwu, have nothing to be blamed for, that he was fighting for his right. To save Biafrans from Nigeria's hand is the right, fundamental right of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So that Biafrans will stop dying like flies by the hand of Nigeria